Imagine waking up one day with the ability to see the world not as it appears, but as it truly is, a fluid tapestry of possibilities waiting to be shaped by your will. What if the key to this power isn't buried in some ancient relic or futuristic tech, but right between your eyes, humming quietly in the center of your brain? This isn't a fantasy. It's a convergence of forgotten wisdom and cutting-edge discovery, a journey into the mysterious LENS of perception that some call the inner eye. Today, we're diving deep into this phenomenon, exploring how your consciousness might hold the reins to reality itself. We'll unravel the science, sift through the myths, and arm you with tools to sharpen this lens for yourself. Ready to see the unseen? Let's begin. The inner lens, a universal secret. Across the ages, cultures have whispered about a hidden faculty within us, an invisible lens that pierces the veil of the everyday world. In India, they call it the ajna, a radiant point of insight nestled in the forehead, revered as the seat of intuition and cosmic vision. In ancient Egypt, it's the Eye of Ra, a symbol of divine clarity that guards against deception. Even in the West, poets and thinkers spoke of a mind's eye, a lens to truth beyond the reach of our hands or ears. But what ties these stories together? Why does this lens echo through time, from Himalayan monasteries to the halls of Greek philosophy? The answer might lie in a tiny, pea-sized organ tucked deep in your skull, the pineal gland. Spiritual traditions pinpoint this spot as the physical anchor of the inner lens. And here's where it gets wild. Modern science doesn't entirely disagree. This gland, sensitive to light despite being buried in darkness, churns out melatonin to guide your sleep and whispers of something stranger. Traces of a compound called DMT, dubbed the spirit molecule for its role in vivid otherworldly experiences. Could this be the lens between the physical and the infinite? Some say yes, others scoff, but the question lingers. What happens when this lens sharpens? The science of the lens, consciousness as a sculptor. Let's pivot to the lab for a moment. Picture this. A scientist fires particles through two slits onto a screen. When no one's watching, they smear across it like waves. But the second someone observes through their lens, they snap into sharp dots as if caught in the act. This is the observer effect, a cornerstone of quantum mechanics that's been baffling minds since the 1920s. It's not just a quirk of particles, it's a hint that watching through your lens changes things. Not your opinion of reality, but reality itself. Now, don't get tangled in the math. This isn't about equations. It's about what this lens means. Physicists like John Wheeler imagined a participatory universe where nothing fully exists until it's seen through a lens. Neuroscientists like Anil Seth argue your brain doesn't just process the world, it builds it, stitching sensations into a story you call real through its lens. Even psychologists chime in. Watch your thoughts long enough through this lens and they shift. Procrastination fades, focus grows. So if your attention molds your mind, could this lens mold the world beyond it? Here's where skeptics raise their hands, and fair enough. Quantum weirdness happens at tiny scales, not in your living room, right? And yet the principle echoes. What you focus your lens on grows. Not magically, but through a dance of neurons, energy, and intent. This isn't about bending spoons with your mind. It's about tuning the lens through which you experience life. Why the inner lens stays cloudy, and how it clears. If this lens is inside us, why don't we all wield it? Picture your perception as a dusty lens. Modern life piles on the grime. Endless screens, processed food, shallow breaths, they clog the works. Some point to the pineal gland again. Fluoride in water, they claim, calcifies this lens, dulling its spark. Science debates this, but the metaphor holds. Distraction and disconnection keep your LENS blind. Audience voices echo this frustration. Some of you say years of meditation polish their lens. Others insist it's childlike innocence, not effort, that clears the lens. One commenter warned, "Don't try this lens alone, find a guru." Another asked, "How long does it take to sharpen this lens?" Fair questions. The truth? There's no one path. For some, it's a slow burn of practice. For others, a sudden flash of clarity through the LENS. But the tools are universal, and they're not locked behind a temple door. Tools to sharpen the lens. Test it yourself. Let's get practical, because theories are useless without action. Here are 3 ways to polish your inner lens, drawn from both sages and studies. No dogma, no fluff, just experiments for your own lab of life. The silent gaze. Sit still, eyes closed, and focus your lens on the space between your brows. Don't force it. Imagine a soft glow there, like a lantern in fog. Breathe slow, 5 minutes daily. Studies on mindfulness show this rewires your brain. Gamma waves spike. Intuition sharpens through the lens. One viewer said years of this flipped a switch. Try it for 30 days. What shifts in your lens? The reality weaver. Pick something small you want, a chance meeting, a calm day. See it through your lens, vivid as a movie. Feel it, not just think it. Emotion's the fuel. Athletes do this before gold medals. It's called visualization, and brain scans back it. Your lens blurs real from imagined. A skeptic asked, "If this lens works, why is my life still stuck?" Answer: belief's the catch. Doubt jams the signal. Test it. Start small. Watch close with your lens. The pattern hunt. Grab a notebook. Each night, jot 3 things your lens noticed. Odd coincidences, gut hunches, tiny wins. One of you said this turned the world bird's eye. Liars stood out. Systems unraveled through the lens. Science calls it neuroplasticity. Attention carves new grooves. 2 weeks in, flip back. What threads emerge in your lens? No guru required, though guidance helps if your lens is lost. No instant miracles either. Someone asked, "How long?" It's not a race. It's a rhythm through the lens. And if ads broke your focus last time, sorry, we'll tweak that. This is about you, not the noise clouding your lens. The flip side, what your lens won't see elsewhere. Let's address the elephant in the room. Not everyone buys this lens. Some of you called it wild. Fair. Quantum physics doesn't mean you're a god. It's a clue, not a cheat code for your lens. Others warned of overload, visions, confusion, if you push your lens too fast. Balance matters. Ground yourself. Walk barefoot, eat clean, breathe deep. One voice tied this lens to Vedic mantras, another to Jesus' words. When your eye is single, your body fills with light. Different maps, same lens. Here's the raw truth. This isn't about superpowers. It's not X-ray vision or rewriting physics with your lens. It's subtler, deeper, seeing the gears of your life and nudging them through the lens. A commenter said politics turned childish once their lens cleared. Another felt existence bend through their lens. Wild. Maybe. Testable. Absolutely. The bigger picture, a universe through the lens. Step back. If your lens shapes your slice of reality, what's the whole pie? Some physicists toy with a cosmos alive with awareness, panpsychism they call it, where every atom hums with faint intent seen through a lens. Spiritual traditions nod. The Vedas speak of Akasha, a field of all knowledge viewed through the lens. Shamans see a web binding all things in their lens. Science can't prove it, yet, but the overlap's uncanny. You don't need to buy the metaphysics. Start small. Watch your anger fade when you name it through your lens, or luck turn when you expect it with your lens. One of you said synchronicities exploded post-awakening. Randomness dissolved in their lens. Coincidence? Maybe. Or maybe you're tuning the lens. Your move. A 30-day dare for your lens. Enough talk. This isn't a lecture. It's a spark for your lens. Take this dare. 30 days, 3 tools. Gaze, weave, hunt with your lens. No 21-day sales pitch, just you in the mirror of your lens. Miss a day, fine, life's messy. But stick with it and email me what breaks open through your lens. Patterns, shifts, doubts. Last time someone couldn't unsee the liars with their lens, another felt the world pulse in their lens. What's your story through the lens? This lens isn't a gift for the chosen. It's yours, buried under noise. Wipe it clean, aim it true. The universe isn't just out there. It's in here, waiting for your next glance through the lens. Where will you point your lens?